List of Byzantine revolts and civil wars. This is a list of civil wars or other internal civil conflicts fought during the history of the Eastern Roman or Byzantine Empire 330–1453. The definition of organized civil unrest is any conflict that was fought within the borders of the Byzantine Empire with at least one opposition leader against the ruling government. For external conflicts, see the list of Byzantine wars. For the period before the division of the Roman Empire in West and East, see list of Roman civil wars and revolts 753 BC 476 CE. 4th century. 399 Revolt of Tribigild in Phrygia. 400 Revolt of Gainers. 5th century. 479 Attempted usurpation of Martium. 484 First Samaritan Revolt. 484–488 Rebellion of Elus and Leontis against Emperor Zeno. 492–497 Syrian War. 495 Second Samaritan Revolt. 6th century. 513–515 Rebellions of Italian against Anastasis I. 529–531 Third Samaritan Revolt under Julianus Ben Saba. 532 Outbreak of the popular Nika Revolt in Constantinople. Hypatia proclaimed emperor and later executed by Justinian and Theodora. 536–537 Military Revolt in Africa led by Stotzus. 555–556 Fourth Samaritan Revolt. 7th century. 602 Revolt and usurpation of Phocas. 603–604 Rebellion of General Gnosis against Phocas. 608–610 Revolt of Africa under Heraclius the Elder, successful seizure of the throne by his son Heraclius the Younger. 610–611 Revolt of General Commentiolus, brother of Phocas, against Heraclius. 630–628 Jewish revolt against Heraclius, short-lived Sassanid Jewish Commonwealth is formed. 617–618 John of Consus seizes Naples but is killed by the Exarch Eleutherius. 640 Rebellion of General Titus in Mesopotamia in protest against excesses committed by other Byzantine troops. 644–645 Failed coup by Valentinus against his son-in-law Constans Roman II. 646–647 Rebellion of Gregory the Patrician, Exarch of Africa. 650–652 Rebellion of Olympius, Exarch of Ravenna. 651 Rebellion and defection to the Arabs of Armenian soldiers under Theodorus H. Juni. 667 Revolt of Saburios, the general of the Armeniacs. 668–669 Murder of Constans Roman II and attempted usurpation by Mezisius in Sicily. 680 Abortive revolt of the Anatolic theme in favour of Constantine Roman IV's brothers. 692–693 Revolt and defection to the Muslims of the Armenian patrician Esembad. 695 Revolt and usurpation of Leontius against Justinian Roman II. 695–717 20 years anarchy after the deposition of Emperor Justinian Roman II. 698 Revolt and overthrow of Leontius by the army returning from the failed expedition against Carthage. 8th century. 705 Overthrow of Tiberius Apsmaros by Justinian Roman II. 709 Rebellion in Ravenna led by George against the arrest of Archbishop Felix, led by Georgios. 711 Rebellion of the Chersonites led by Philippicus Bardanes leads to the successful overthrow of Justinian Roman II. 715 Revolt of the opposition troops at Rhodes results in a 6-month civil war. Anastasios Roman II abdicates in favour of Theodosios Roman III. 716–717 Revolt and successful usurpation of General Leo the Isaurian. 717/8 Revolt of Sergius, governor of Sicily, who declares Basil Onomagoulos as emperor. 726/4 Uprising in Venice against Byzantium. The cause was the iconoclastic decrees of Emperor Leo Roman III the Isaurian. The rebels elect also Potter the Doge of Venice. 726/7 Revolt of the Helladic theme under the Tomarches Agalianos Contiscals and asserting Stephen against the iconoclastic policies of Leo Roman III. 741–743 Revolt and usurpation of Artabasdos against Constantine v. 780 Abortive coup in favour of Macphoros, a brother of Leo Roman IV. 781–782 Imperial expedition against Topetius, governor of Sicily. 790 Military revolt against the regency of Irene of Athens. His son Constantine VI is made sole ruler. 792–793 Rebellion of the Armeniacs against the restoration of Irene of Athens as co-ruler by Constantine VI. 800 Uprising in Cappadocia instigated by Storakios. 9th century. 803 Revolt of Bardanes Turcos. 821–823 Revolt of Thomas the Slav. 827 Revolt of Admiral Euphemus in Sicily. 837 Revolt of the Smolani Slavic tribe in the Balkans. 838–839 revolt of the Kurmai troops under Theophobos 866, revolt of Symbatios the Armenian and George Piggins in Western Asia Minor against the rise of Basil the Macedonian. 10th century. 919, unsuccessful rebellion by Leo Phocas the Elder against the seizing of power by Romanos Lekipinos. 921, revolt by the Slavic Melingoi and Israelite tribes in the Peloponnese. Ka. 922, revolt by Bardas Bolas, governor of Chaldea. Ka. 930, popular revolt of Basil the Copperhand in Opsikion. 970, rebellion of the Phocas supporters under Bardas Phocas the Younger against Jonitesimisks. 976-979, rebellion of Bardas Skleros against Basil Roman II. 987-989, rebellion of Bardas Phocas the Younger against Basil Roman II. 11th century. 1022, revolt of Nikephoros Iphias and Nikephoros Phocas Baratrakilos against Basil Roman II. 1026-1027, revolt of Basil Skleros. 1034, popular revolt under Elpidios Brachamios at Antioch. 1034-35, rebellion of Serbs under Stefan Vojislav. 1038-39, rebellion of Serbs under Stefan Vojislav. 1040, revolt of Gregory Taranites in Phrygia. 1040-1041, uprising of Peter Delian, a Bulgarian rebellion in the western and southern Balkans. April 1042, popular uprising in Constantinople against Michael V. Caliphates, who was deposed. Empress Zoe Porphyrogenita was restored as empress, and her sister Theodora Porphyrogenita was crowned co-empress against her will. Mid-Minus 1042, revolt of the governor of Cyprus, Theophilos Retikos, crushed by new emperor Constantine Roman 9 Monomachos. 1042-1043, rebellion of George Maniacs against Constantine Roman 9 Monomachos, crushed when Maniacs died in battle in Thessalonica. 1047, revolt of Leo Tornikios against Constantine Roman 9. 1057, revolt of Hervé Frank Poulos. 1057, revolt and successful usurpation by Isaac I Camino's battle of Petro. 1066, revolt against heavy taxation in Thessaly under Nicolatas Delphinus. 1071-1072, Byzantine War of Succession after Byzantine Emperor Romanos Roman IV Diogenes was defeated in the Battle of Mansk 26 August 1071 and deposed, when John Daukasan throned Michael Roman 7 Daukas in Constantinople 24 October 1071. The war consisted of the Battle of Dokia and the sieges of Tyropoi and Anadona, all of which Romanos lost. Simultaneously, the uprising of Georgi Vate 1072 took place in Bulgaria, which was also crushed by Michael Roman 7. 1072, uprising of Georgi Vate 1073-1074, revolt of Rasul Debelo proclaims Caesar John Daukas emperor. 1077-1078, revolt and successful usurpation by Nikephoros Roman III Botanei 1077-1078, revolt of Nikephoros Bryennios the Elder against Michael Roman 7 Daukas and Nikephoros Roman III, defeated at the Battle of Calavrai. 1078, revolt of Philoritos Brachamios against Michael Roman 7 Daukas. 1078, revolt of Nikephoros Basilex against Nikephoros Roman III. 1080-1081, revolt of Nikephoros Melasinos against Nikephoros Roman III. 1081, revolt and successful usurpation by Alexios Ikomenos. 1091-92, rebellion of vassal Vukan in Serbia. 1092, rebellions of Carax at Crete and Rapsomates at Cyprus. 1095, Chiuman invasion of Thrace in support of the impostor pretender Constantine Diogenes. 1095-1098, revolt of Theodore Gabras, governor of Chaldea. 12th century. 1102, rebellion of vassal Vukan in Serbia. 1149, rebellion of vassals Urosh Roman II in Desen, Serbia. 1166, rebellion of vassals Stefan Nemanja in Serbia. 1181, popular uprising in Constantinople in support of Maria Konin against Alexios Komnenos. 1182, revolt and successful usurpation of Andronikos Ikomenos resulting in the massacre of the Latins. 1183-1184, revolt of General Andronikos Lapotas. 1183-1184, revolt of John Komnenos Vatatzes, governor of the Thracian theme against the regency of Andronikos Ikomenos. 1184, revolt of Theodore Kantakizinos, governor of Prussia. 1184-1191, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Isaac Komnenos at Cyprus. 1185, uprising of Asen and Peter, establishment of the Second Bulgarian Empire. 1185, revolt and successful usurpation by Isaac Roman II and Gelos. 1187, revolt of Alexios Bronas against Isaac Roman II and Gelos. 1188-1189, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Theodore Mangaphis at Philadelphia. 1190-1204/5, revolt and establishment of the breakaway regime by Basil Chotzes at Ossia. 1192, revolt of Pseudo-Alexios Roman II. 13th century. Ka. 1200-1206, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Leo Chamaritos in Laconia. Ka. 1200-1208, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Leo Escharos in any Peloponnese and central Greece. 1201, coup by John Comnenus the Fat against Alexios Roman III Angelos in Constantinople is violently suppressed. 1201, revolt of John Spiridonix in Macedonia. 1201-1202, revolt of Manuel Cambyses and Dobromir Chrysos in Thessaly and Macedonia. 1202-1204, Fourth Crusade was redirected to Constantinople to intervene in a Byzantine succession dispute after the deposition of Emperor Isaac Roman II Angelos 1204-1205, Second Revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Theodore Mangus at Philadelphia. 1204-1205, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Manuel Morzums at Phrygia. 1204-1206, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by Sobas Asadnos in the lower Meander River. 1204-1206, revolt and establishment of a breakaway regime by John Cantacuzenios at Messenia. 1222-1224, Isaac and Alexios Lascaris flee to the Latin Empire in opposition to the accession of John Roman III Vatatzes. In 1224 they return at the head of a Latin army, but are defeated and captured at the Battle of Pomeinen. 1225, revolt of Isaac and Andronikos Nestongos against John Roman III Vatatzes. 14th century. 1321, 1322, and 1327-1328. Byzantine Civil War of 1321-1328. Intermittent civil war between Andronikos Roman II Palaiologos and his grandson Andronikos Roman III Palaiologos 1341-1347. Byzantine Civil War of 1341-1347 or Second Palaiologan Civil War between John V. Cantacuzenios and the regency for John V. Palaiologos, including Anna of Savoy 1342-1350. Revolt and establishment of breakaway regime by the Zealots of Thessalonica 1352-1357. Byzantine Civil War of 1352-1357 between John V. Palaiologos, John V. Cantacuzenios and Matthew Cantacuzenios 1373-1379, Byzantine Civil War of 1373-79. Revolt and usurpation of Andronikos Roman IV Palaiologos. 15th century. 1453-1454, popular revolt in the Despotate of the Mora against the despots Demetrios and Thomas Palaiologos. It is suppressed by Ottoman troops.